Hello there, passionate Rangers supporters. It's been quite the roller coaster around Ibrox lately, hasn't it? The mood has shifted dramatically since Danny Rowe took the reins, and while the optimism is tangible, it has also stirred up some questions that have long lingered beneath the surface. The performances on the pitch have certainly lifted spirits, yet there remains a sense that not everything is as settled as it appears. Rangers have shown glimpses of brilliance, a renewed hunger for the Premiership, and a belief that the gap to the top can be closed, but the foundations of the squad and the decisions that shaped it continue to draw scrutiny. It's hard to ignore the lingering doubts about whether this group, impressive as it has been at times, has the depth and balance necessary to sustain a real title push across the long haul of the season. Danny Rowe inherited a squad that many insiders feel had been weakened rather than strengthened over the summer, despite a significant outlay of funds, and that challenge has defined his early months at the helm. The German coach's impact has been undeniable, confidence has returned, performances have improved, and suddenly the title race seems alive again. But beneath the surface, there are structural issues that remain unresolved, problems that predate Rowe's arrival, but that he must now contend with every single match. The early days of Russell Martin's tenure ended abruptly after only 123 days, with one of the club's worst league starts in recent memory. That left Rangers playing from behind, scrambling to regain momentum, and when Rowe stepped in, the task was immediately daunting. Yet, in the space of a few weeks, he has shifted the narrative entirely, restoring belief among players and supporters alike, and reminding everyone that Rangers are a club accustomed to challenging for honours. A victory at Tynecastle Park on the 21st of December would cut the gap to Hearts to 6 points, a scenario that seemed almost unthinkable not long ago, yet now feels entirely within reach. Still, even as the squad has rallied, questions about its composition linger. Many observers believe that the summer recruitment, overseen by Kevin Fell, did more harm than good, leaving Rowe to extract maximum performance from a group that could have been stronger. Former players and managers have not held back in their criticism, noting that several key departures were never adequately compensated by the incoming talent. Names like Jeff, Ridvan Yilmaz, Liam Balogun, Vaclav, Cherny, Cyril, Desis, and Hamza Igerman all left Ibrox, and the dozen signings that arrived under Fell's guidance have struggled to consistently meet the demands of the club. The net effect, according to many pundits, has been to leave Rangers in a more precarious position than before, creating a high-stakes environment in which Rowe's tactical new and man management skills are being tested at every turn. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, the club has undergone its own shake-up. Farewell's eventual departure under Andrew Kavanagh's oversight was widely anticipated, and Patrick Stewart's exit alongside him signalled a decisive reset in the executive ranks. The club's reported net spend of around £20 million has not translated into a clearly improved squad on the field, leaving Kavanagh with a mandate to stabilise the situation and plan more effectively for the upcoming January window. He has brought in former Norway international Stig Inge Bjornebye in a consultative capacity, a move designed to ensure that future recruitment addresses prior shortcomings rather than exacerbating them. The consensus growing among supporters and insiders alike is that a substantial squad overhaul is unavoidable if Rangers are to mount a serious challenge for the title. A reliable striker sits at the very top of the priority list, while reinforcements in defence and midfield are also essential to fully implement Rowe's high-energy, aggressive style. Without those additions, even the current surge in form may not be enough to maintain momentum over a full campaign. The summer spending by the US consortium demonstrated a willingness to invest in quality, and that approach will likely need to be repeated, albeit with a sharper focus on long-term squad balance. The margin for error in recruitment under Rowe is now vanishingly small. The stakes could not be higher. On the pitch, the recent narrow victory over Hibernian demonstrated both resilience and resourcefulness. Missing several regular starters, Rangers found a way to grind out a 1-0 win thanks to Emmanuel Fernandez's first-half strike. That result did more than add 3 points to the tally. It reaffirmed belief and injected renewed energy ahead of the crucial trip to Tynecastle. Yet, one particular selection choice drew attention: the absence of Nikiko Rashin from the starting 11. The Belgian midfielder was named among the substitutes, prompting speculation about his fitness and role. Danny Rowe's rotation of his squad makes tactical sense, but there are whispers that Rashin may be carrying a minor injury, a concern that could complicate preparations for the Edinburgh clash. With key defensive players, John Sutor and Derek Cornelius, unavailable, the reliance on midfield protection becomes even more pronounced, and Rashin's presence or absence could be decisive. His ability to press, recover possession, and control the tempo is unmatched within the squad, particularly in hostile away environments. The importance of his role has grown significantly since the start of the season. Under previous management, Rashin was marginalized and his future uncertain, yet he has fought his way back into contention through resilience and performance, securing recognition at both club and international level. Against Hibernian, he entered in the final 15 minutes, helping Rangers maintain their lead and manage the game with composure. That influence, even when not on the field for the full match, underscores his value and the fine balance Rowe must manage in utilizing his key players while safeguarding their fitness for the challenges ahead. Alongside Raskin, players such as James Terr, Boy and Miovski were carefully managed, ensuring they remain fresh for the fixture at Tynecastle, where a positive result could dramatically reshape the season. Miovski in particular seems rejuvenated under the current regime, showing a readiness and energy that bodes well for the coming weeks. The combination of tactical acumen, careful squad management, and strategic reinforcement in the January window will be critical for Rowe as he attempts to sustain Rangers' title challenge, navigate a demanding schedule, and restore the club to its traditional position at the summit of Scottish football. As the festive period settles over Scottish football, Danny Rowe and his Rangers side face a series of challenges that will define the remainder of the campaign. The victory over Hibernian was a boost, yet it also highlighted the delicate balancing act that the manager must perform. The squad's energy levels, injury concerns, and the tactical demands of a high-intensity system all converge to create an environment where each decision carries weight. Rowe has shown himself capable of extracting the maximum from his players, but the fixture list does not relent. And the absence of even a single influential figure like Nikiko Rashin can have a ripple effect across the team. With Tynecastle looming, the stakes could scarcely be higher. Hearts have proven themselves a formidable opponent this season, and Rangers will need to blend discipline with creativity, aggression with composure, if they are to emerge with points. Racin's presence in midfield offers that blend. His ability to press opponents, regain possession, and dictate the tempo allows Rangers to transition effectively from defence to attack, providing the platform for players like Majowski and James Terr to influence the game in advanced areas. The manager's rotation choices have been tactical, protecting key men from overload while ensuring the team's balance remains intact. Yet, there is an undercurrent of tension. The squad's depth has been tested repeatedly, and questions linger over whether additional reinforcements in January could be the difference between maintaining the title challenge and falling short once more. Defensive stability remains another concern, with John Sutter and Derek Cornelius unavailable. The responsibility falls heavily on Clinton and Sala to marshal the back line at Tynecastle. Their communication, positioning, and ability to read the game will be under the microscope, particularly against an opposition capable of exploiting even the smallest lapses. Rangers' defensive shape has improved under Rowe, yet it is in moments of transition and against high-pressing teams that the squad's limitations become apparent. The manager's approach has been to instill discipline while encouraging high-energy attacks, but sustaining that balance across a full season requires both squad depth and careful rotation. Fans will be watching closely to see if Rowe can maintain that equilibrium without compromising the team's attacking threat. In attack, Majowski has emerged as a key figure. His movement, finishing, and ability to link with midfield runners have breathed life into Rangers' offensive play. The Serbian striker seems rejuvenated under Rowe, adapting well to the demands of a system that prizes pace, pressing, and fluidity. Meanwhile, James Terr's creativity and vision continue to be a focal point for the side, enabling Rangers to unlock defences with clever interplay and well-timed runs. Fernandez's contributions in the deeper midfield role cannot be understated either. His positional awareness, passing range, and defensive work rate allow Rowe to deploy the high-energy press that has become a trademark of the team's style. Together, these players provide a core around which the squad can function effectively, yet the limitations in depth remain a concern. Beyond the immediate matchday considerations, the January transfer window looms as a decisive moment. The club's leadership will need to address the gaps exposed over the first half of the season, particularly in attack, midfield, and defence. A reliable goalscorer is paramount, as is reinforcement in central midfield to sustain the intensity and ensure key players are not overburdened. Any additions must integrate swiftly, adapt to Rowe's tactical demands, and contribute immediately, as the title race will not wait for gradual transitions. There is also a strategic element in recruitment. Lessons from the summer window have highlighted the perils of hurried signings or ill-fitting acquisitions. The input of Stig Inge Bjornebay is expected to be influential in guiding these decisions, ensuring that investments address the team's needs and strengthen rather than destabilize the squad. On the pitch, Rangers must continue to blend resilience with flair. The Hibernian fixture showed that even when stretched, the squad can grind out results, but it also exposed vulnerabilities, particularly in midfield cover and defensive rotations. Rowe's ability to adapt tactics, make timely substitutions, and motivate his players will be under constant scrutiny as the campaign progresses. Away fixtures like the trip to Tynecastle demand focus, composure, and strategic discipline. The hostile atmosphere, the intensity of local rivalries, and the quality of opposition will test the squad's character and resilience. Racin's influence in such settings is invaluable. His ability to control tempo, Break-up attacks and launch counter moves can often be the difference between holding a narrow lead and conceding under pressure. In addition, the management of fitness and player workload has become an essential component of Rowe's strategy. Key performers must be preserved for pivotal clashes, and rotation must be executed without sacrificing the team's cohesion or rhythm. The careful calibration of these factors will play a significant role in determining whether Rangers can sustain their resurgence and maintain momentum in the Premiership. Meanwhile, supporters have embraced the changes with cautious optimism. The atmosphere at Ibrox has been reinvigorated, with fans responding to the energy, commitment, and belief displayed by the team under Rowe. That connection between players and supporters is a vital ingredient, fostering confidence and resilience, particularly when the squad faces adversity or the fixture list becomes congested. While there is excitement over the progress made, there is also recognition that the road ahead is fraught with challenges. Consistency will be key, and the squad must rise to each test, whether in domestic competition or against strong opposition that demands the very best. Every decision, from recruitment to matchday tactics, carries significant weight, and the margin for error has narrowed considerably. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. Whispers around Ibrox have grown louder, and the name on everyone's lips is Scott McKenna. While official channels remain measured, there is a growing sense that Rangers may be on the verge of unveiling a new defensive cornerstone. The talk is that McKenna, long admired for his composure and physical presence, could be the latest figure to step into the blue jersey, bringing with him the promise of steel at the back and leadership in the dressing room. Sources close to the club suggest the move has been quietly shaped behind the scenes, with Rangers keen to reinforce an area that demands authority and consistency. McKenna's profile fits the narrative perfectly: a centre-half comfortable under pressure, dominant in the air, and no stranger to the expectations that come with playing for a club where every match feels like a test of nerve as much as ability. The idea of him marshalling the defence at Ibrox has supporters daring to imagine a back line built on resilience rather than reaction. There is also the wider context to consider. Rangers are believed to be seeking not just talent, but character. McKenna is seen as a player who reads the game well, organizes those around him, and brings a calm edge when moments grow frantic. In a league where physical battles and relentless tempo are the norm, that kind of presence can tilt fine margins. Some within the game hint that his arrival would allow others to play with greater freedom, safe in the knowledge that the defense has a dependable anchor. Of course, until pens meet paper and scarves are held aloft, it remains a rumor carried on the Glasgow air. Yet the belief persists that Rangers are edging closer to a statement signing, one designed to send a message of intent rather than noise. If Scott McKenna does indeed walk out at Ibrox in blue, it may mark the beginning of a new defensive chapter, one built less on flair and more on the quiet assurance of a true Muralha at the heart of the team. Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned